watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, so recently, Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they've been putting up a lot of posts paying tribute to Floyd Mayweather. This clip you guys are watching right here with Devin Haney working the pads with Floyd Mayweather Sr. And as you guys can see, Floyd Sr. is rocking the Dante's Boxing Nation shirt. There's also another video resurfacing of Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Sr. praising Devin Haney as the next Floyd Mayweather.
I don't need to talk about myself because everyone already know what I've done in the sport of boxing. It's all about this kid right here.
This is a carbon copy of this man right here.
That's a huge compliment.
Okay, so then Bill Haney, he put this picture up of Floyd Mayweather and Devin Haney when he was a little kid. The reason why all of this is important to note is because it wasn't that long ago that Bill Haney had took shots at Floyd Mayweather when he was dissing Gervonta Tank Davis right after Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis, which was completely confusing to the boxing fans and didn't make a whole lot of sense because Floyd Mayweather had always praised Devin Haney as the next one up. And Devin Haney grew up in Floyd Mayweather's gym training. But for some reason, Bill Haney came out saying these things.
A lot of people are comparing Devin's performance tonight to Floyd Mayweather against Arturo Gatti. Is that something that you believe is the same, or is this Devin Haney? Just worry about Devin.
No, absolutely. This is Devin Haney. What Floyd didn't do at 25, Devin did do. This is the Devin Haney era. You know what I mean? And guess what? Floyd, you can keep talking that money if you want to. Yeah, it's somebody coming for the Mount Rushmore of boxing, and his name is Devin Haney. Yeah, 2-division world champion, undisputed champion, checking a bunch of money, man, and taking care of his team, man, by 25. And guess what? We ain't had no problems with no contracts, no disputes, no broadcasters, no none of that. Just the Devin Haney era. Don't ever mention Floyd Mayweather to me.
We're going to give you the best fights, and we're going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We pay our fighters. And we give them, and listen, and we give them, we give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old bull-ass business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bull fights and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it. Nobody else ain't did it. Listen, y'all just scared to say it, but I'm not. I believe in my son. I've been watching him do it. You know what I mean? Against 7 different world championship fights at 25.
But Bill Haney doesn't stop there because then he starts to diss Terrence Crawford, at least trying to take credit away from the biggest win in the sport of boxing at the time.
So what else? Don't down and crown him, and then you're gonna say that Terrence Crawford, because he beat Earl Spence, and then say Earl Spence was weight depleted. He wasn't himself. So how can you have a pound for pound player, a fighter of the year performance against a fighter that ain't his best? Lomachenko was his best, and Regis Prograis was his best. You know what I'm saying? They were at their best, and Devin still beat him.
Now, do you guys notice Bill Haney, he made sure not to diss anyone that was not black. He didn't diss Inoue, who ironically was the one that was awarded the Fighter of the Year award. And that was Bill Haney basically explaining why he should get Fighter of the Year, his son should get it, over Terrence Crawford. But you got old media, they're looking at these guys laughing at Bill Haney, laughing at Terrence Crawford, because they were never planning on giving it to either one of these black guys. They're just sitting back with popcorn watching these 2 black fighters tear each other down. Bill Haney was extremely comfortable to try to tear down Floyd Mayweather, but he didn't say anything about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, a fighter who's known for putting on pay-per-view fights against Abney Yildirim, Amir Khan, avoided one of the deepest divisions at the time about 8 years ago when he was at 160, when Jamal Charlo was in his prime, when Demetrius Andrade was in his prime, undefeated champions in their division. Canelo Alvarez decided to leave that division, go up to 168, where all the champions were European and unknown, and that's where he decided to become undisputed. If Bill is going to completely trash Floyd Mayweather, a guy that they actually trained with since Devin Haney was a child in Floyd Mayweather's gym, and is considered the greatest of all time, even by Mexican boxers and trainers like Oscar De La Hoya, Nacho Beristain. Why wouldn't you expose what Canelo Alvarez has been doing for years and years when it comes to the type of fights he's been choosing? And the unfortunate answer is because a lot of these black people, they feel if I diss another black person, people don't really care, because the majority of fans are racist, non-black fans. So if you're just dissing another black fighter, you're not going to get that much backlash. But if you say something about Canelo, you're going to get flooded with racist comments, etc., etc. But black people know that Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, they're all hated the exact same way. They're all hated by the same fans. So they feel, look, if I diss them, the same people that hate me hates them as well. So the racist fans are not going to get mad at me for dissing a fighter that they don't like as well, which makes the black fighters expendable. See, this is what these black fighters don't understand. All of these black fighters are getting treated the exact same way by these racist fans. I tell you guys all the time, the sport of boxing is based on race, nationality, and pride. The vast majority of boxing fans that are not black, they are completely racist. Most of them are not even boxing fans, they're race fans, meaning they don't really have any favorite fighters. They just have the fighters that they root against, which are the black fighters. And what black fighters don't understand is they think that when they're being mistreated by these racist fans, the best thing for them to do is look out for themselves only. What I mean by that is they'll start dissing other black boxers, start using old media's talking points, the racist fans' talking points, to diss another black fighter, while at the same time asking why they're not getting the credit that they deserve. For example, right now, everyone has Terrence Crawford as pound for pound the best fighter in the world. Some of the most racist organizations, they had to concede to putting Terrence Crawford at number one. But yet Devin Haney is doing interviews. He's asking who's pound for pound the best fighter in the world, and he says it's Canelo Alvarez. And even a white reporter that was interviewing him was puzzled. It's the reporter that does the MMA interviews. He said, a lot of people would say it's Terrence Crawford. Devin Haney completely going against the grain, saying, nah, it's Canelo Alvarez. See, guys, what makes old media so powerful is they always stay on code, meaning they're never going to throw one of their non-black fighters under the bus because he says something that was out of pocket. For example, Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is always saying real stupid stuff, right? But no matter what Teofimo Lopez says, he's dissing Top Rank, he's dissing ESPN, he's saying the dumbest things, and ESPN is still praising him like he's one of the best fighters in the world. They're still putting him on their pound for pound list because the agenda, the narrative, the message is more important than some beef with just one individual. But black fighters don't do this. When it comes to black fighters, it's every man for himself. Terrence Crawford gets treated the exact same way that Devin Haney is getting treated. But yet Devin Haney, he thinks it's better for him to throw Terrence Crawford under the bus by saying Canelo Alvarez should be considered pound for pound above Terrence Crawford, no matter who Terrence Crawford beat. The only way black fighters are truly going to get the credit that they deserve and eliminate all of these racial double standards in the sport of boxing is if they stand together, stand united. And the crazy thing about me saying this is I'm not even saying they have to lie about anything. Just speak the truth unapologetically. Don't worry about backlash from a bunch of racists. Because on the contrary, that's exactly what the racist media does. That's what old media does. They're willing to lie just to remain loyal to all of the non-black fighters that they support. Like ESPN putting up fake graphics of Lomachenko still being undefeated, or calling Teofimo Lopez an undisputed champion when he doesn't have all 4 belts. You see that kind of loyalty? That's the same kind of loyalty these black fighters are supposed to have amongst each other. But all you have to do is tell the truth. If you're in the same boat as the other black fighter, you can't throw him under the bus and use all of the old media's talking points to diss that black fighter, but then say, hey guys, how come I'm not getting the credit I deserve? You have to all be on the same page because numbers is power. Once again, this is why old media is so powerful, because they have so many numbers that are on the same page. No matter what they fabricate, no matter what they are lying about, they are all on the same page when they do it and when they say it. The fact that the Haneys was dissing Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford, he was explaining why he should be considered pound for pound, or at least the fighter of the year. Crawford, he never took any shots at Devin Haney, but Devin Haney, or the Haneys, they definitely took shots at Terrence Crawford by taking credit away or trying to take credit away from Terrence Crawford's win. They did all of that, and old media still gave Inoue the Fighter of the Year award. At least ESPN did, which is the biggest sporting network in the country. We've heard so many black fighters say I'm the most hated fighter in the sport. Javante said it, Shakur said it, Devin Haney said it, Floyd Mayweather said it, Andre Ward said it. Because the better the black fighter is, the more of a threat he will be to the racists. But I keep telling you guys, that microphone and the camera is a very, very powerful weapon. It can be used for you or it can be used against you. In this case, black fighters, they need to be using it, using that huge platform to expose the racial double standards in the sport of boxing. Stop just only talking about how you're being mistreated, and talk about how the other black fighter who's in the same boat as you are, how he's being mistreated. And it doesn't make any sense to have Inoue over Terrence Crawford when Terrence Crawford beat a fighter that was pound for pound top 5, one of the best fighters in the world, in a super fight that had been building for like 5 years. If all of these black fighters start using these microphones and these social media accounts to come out and start putting these double standards on blast, this stuff would change overnight. That's a guarantee. Instead of dissing other great black fighters that have been treated the same way, like Floyd Mayweather, it makes no sense at all. It's time for these black fighters and black people in general to start getting united the same way these old media members and the rest of the racist fans do. We have some black fighters that come out and do it now. Fighters like Clarissa Shields, Julian J. Rock Williams. It's only a handful right now. But once again, if we get all of them to be on the same page, just like old media, once again, things are going to change overnight. That is a guarantee. I'm going to say it one more time. As a black fighter, you cannot throw other black fighters under the bus using the same old media talking points that have been used against you. You guys heard Bill Haney say, everyone else is afraid to say what I'm saying. He was talking about what he said about Floyd Mayweather. That's not true at all. It's the contrary. No one is afraid to diss another black fighter. What people are afraid to do is expose the fighters that are not black, the ones that these racist fans support, those fighters that they always root for when they're fighting against a black fighter, like Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney, or Kovalev fighting against Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather fighting against Canelo Alvarez, Tommy the Hitman Hearns fighting against Roberto Duran. You know what those fights all have in common? In all of those fights, the black American was the one that was booed in his own country while he was fighting against a foreigner. I'll close out with saying this. While Bill Haney was comparing, his son's success to Floyd Mayweather's success, there's enough of success to go around. And once again, Canelo Alvarez is still fighting today. Why don't you compare your success to Canelo Alvarez? After all, it's Devin Haney who's saying that Canelo is greater than he is. How are you telling people that you're greater than Floyd Mayweather, but you refuse to say you're greater than Canelo Alvarez? Make it make sense. Just to give you guys an update, Devin Haney originally, he did this interview with the MMA guy. And at first, they asked him, before he beat Regis Prograis, they asked him, who's pound for pound the best fighter in the world? He said it was Canelo Alvarez as number one. And of course, he always had Terrence Crawford behind Canelo. After Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis, he was asked the same question by that same guy. This time he said he's number one. And then he said Canelo is number 2 and Terrence Crawford is number 3. Now, obviously, all of that is extremely subjective. But my thing is, once again, when Bill Haney said, I'm not afraid to say it, let's see if Bill Haney is willing to explain why he believes his son, Devin Haney, is greater and more accomplished than Canelo Alvarez. Like he was so comfortable to compare his son to Floyd Mayweather. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.